So, hello and welcome to the fifth episode of this series where we are talking about all the IPL franchisees, their squads, their performances in the last season, and how they have progressed throughout the season with the changes in their playing 11. What are the strengths, weaknesses, what are the gaps that they need to fill? And today we have a very special guest with us. Today we have Yatharth with us, and we are reviewing Gujarat Titans. So, first of all, Yatharth, welcome to this show.
Well, it's an honor and it's lovely to get back to talking cricket and specifically IPL in a World Cup season. So yeah, it's been great.
Yes, and we are talking about Gujarat Titans. In the last two seasons, they have been performing really well. So there are not much of the points to discuss, but still we'll try to review and see how they can strengthen their squad this season and which players they should release and get that purse so that while going to the auction, they have that flexibility to ruin auction for other franchisees. So let's start with their batting performances in the last season. I think everybody played a really good part. It was a collective team effort. Yes, there was over reliance on Shubman Gill, but the remaining Indian batters played their part. Do you think that this strategy of revolving the team around all the Indian batters, especially if you see the top five batters are all Indian batters, do you think this is the strategy that will help Gujarat Titans in the third season also to make it to the playoffs?
When you look at Gujarat Titans, I mean, it's a team, when you see them on paper, it doesn't look very elegant. But when you see that stats in front of you, Shubman Gill 890 runs, almost had a purple patch through the whole IPL. Bridgman Saha, Sai Sudarshan Krishnan, Hardik Pandya, and players, were coming and taking up the responsibility from themselves, that hunger and that urge to perform. And specifically when it comes to Indians, I believe the way they have played around has been the key aspect of how Gujarat Titans do very well. If you were to ask me, Sai Sudarshan was one player who catched everyone's eyes, and even the way Vijay Shankar performed. So, अगर हम उनका टॉप सिक्स देखें, शिवमुगिल, साहा, साई सुदर्शन, हार्दिक पांड्या, Shankar, and David Miller, and not to forget Rashid Khan. So the way they have been chasing around, they go about to a total with the Shubman Gill to give them start, and then Saeed Kishore just handing the innings in the middle over, and then a finish by Tewatia, Rashid Khan, and David Miller, which makes the side a complete all-round squad. I believe the way they have got about this auction was not very convincing to me, but the way they have managed their team and given each player their responsibility and everyone was taking their hand up on that big day, I believe that has been the turnaround in this side.
Yeah, very well put. Very well put. I think when you look at their squad, even after the first season, like everyone was not rating them that highly that they
Exactly.
will qualify for the playoffs. Similar thing with the last season, everyone was saying that, okay, it was.
Almost won it for the second time consecutively.
Yes,
Almost.
yes, yes. And somehow someone manages to like take them to the finish line. And it's something that we can associate to Gujarat Titans this year also. But do you think that especially the likes of David Miller and Rahul Tewatia, they didn't get to play that many balls in the last season. And these are the guys who provide that firepower. But it's the bowling that have defended the scores consistently. Do you think that this will somehow like hamper Rahul Tevatia's chances to coming into India's team if he continues to play for Gujarat Titans?
He almost got his opportunity. I believe it was against Ireland where he got his debut game, where he scored a 50 in the second innings, which he got. I believe that guy is playing in next level. Even now, the current going some trophy, I don't remember, but he is in some real good form. So guys like Miller and Rahul Tiwari, somehow the team gets them in a position where they require 30 of the last two overs or 40 of the last three overs, and then it's all about slogging three to four crucial sixes, and then they're just over the line. So I believe somehow this is a thing which has worked for them. You can't call it a blow, but this is something which they have practices and with their practice over time. And now, Rahul Tiwari and David Miller, they have got such an experience in these situation. IPL is such an extent that it's almost an international level. The intensity which you get in every different game. I believe it just builds onto the confidence. So from here, I believe Rahul Tiwari, if he just keeps doing his thing, he is just no shot in getting this Indian team. Because if you look at the ICT team, the T20 team, to be very honest, like they are finding T20 specialists. Giving rest to Rohit and Kohli signifies that fact that we are, making a team which has T20 specialists in it, and Rahul Tiwari is one of them.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. And if you look at the batting performances, do you think that Dasun Shanaka is the only guy who is on the verge of getting released from GT? Because apart from him, all others performed really well.
Well, maybe not only Dashan Chanuka. I feel that they have to pick maybe Abhinav Manohar or Sai Sudarshan Krishan. Where Sai Sudarshan Krishan, I don't think that they are going to let him go because they have groomed him so very well. I still feel that they have very similar player in very similar kind of players in that in that middle order. You've got Sai Sudarshan, you've got Manohar, and then you also have got Vijay Shankar, who is not that big slogger of a ball. He also likes to take around his time. So I don't feel that you have got too many 2D players in that side. Maybe Vijay Shankar, he can bowl in a bit, but I feel that maybe Darshan Chanaka, Abhinav Manohar, and maybe I have a gut feeling that they might also release Vijay Shankar as well, just because of that building a squad for the next 3 to 4 years as well, because these are mini auctions. You just can't have your bigger player in the mega auction because there are 9 other teams as well. So I feel that they will try and build a team, build their squad for the next 4 years, considering because mini auctions are something which if you can cash upon, then you can really get 2 steps ahead of the opposition team. So I feel that these three players, from the batting perspective, needs to go out.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Let's talk about the bowling. Probably one of the best in in the
Exactly.
tournament, along with probably Rajasthan Royals, if you can put there. So if you look at these bowlers, like nobody expected Mohit Sharma to
Mohit
suddenly
Sharma.
come and become the best bowler of the tournament. Like it was Yash Dayal was the first preference, but then suddenly Yash Dayal had a bad game because of Rinku Singh, and then suddenly Mohit Sharma emerged. Do you think that this is the kind of team that will retain Yash Dayal once again this season, or do you think this is the kind of team that will say, okay, we'll back Mohit Sharma and we'll let go of Yash Dayal?
Well, Mohit Sharma, the story of the last year IPL, and before that, last year with IPL, I don't remember him playing for the 3 to 4 years. He was bought by DC in 2021 and only played 2 games, and then he was benched for the entire season. And coming from there, working so hard on his skill, became a net bowler, and then practicing, he has got a huge story. And the way Gujarat Titans reached final, I believe he has got a lot of role to play. Even the last ball, except that last 2 deliveries, he had done nothing wrong. To contain Chennai Super Kings still so long, I believe he had done an exceptional job well. But I hope it's not that kind of a season where one player performs in season and doesn't come back well in the next season, like we saw with DK, with a lot of other players. 1 season ago, I just want him to do consistently very well because he's an Indian bowler and moreover left arm. So a pacer like him who is well experienced, he's played for Indian team, he has got well-educated knowledge of how situation plays and how to play in different grounds. I believe he's a bowler. If comes out well, is going to be a big plus for Gujarat Titans. Other hand, on the Yash Dayal, I kind of feel bad for him because he hadn't done anything wrong. It was just in the complexity. Mohit Sharma was the better bowler on that given day, so Yash Dayal didn't got his opportunity. It's gonna be tough on Gujarat Titans management, but if I was to, I will back him because in a big tournament where you're playing 9 other teams, injury might be never incoming. If there is an injury, then get an Indian bowler because if you see the overview of the side, you have to play Rashid Khan, you have to play Stuart Little, you have to play Rashid Khan as well. So that gives you the obligatory to play only one other corner as well. So you need to have your core Indian players intact. So yes, they are, as per me, is to be back.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Now let's talk about Hardik Pandya, the bowler, because in Gujarat Titans setup, he didn't bowl that much and he was just chipping in a couple of overs here and there. But then he was not getting that many wickets and his economy was also very high. Do you think this is kind of concern for Gujarat Titans because they usually preferred to play both Noor and Rashid together along with
Exactly.
Shami and one of the Pacers?
But if you look Shami, the way he is bowling right now in the setup, he is unplayable. He's just playing unplayable, and no one expected to play him to play in this way. And coming back to Hardik Pandya, I believe his role in the Gujarat Titans science differs to situation. Where some days we see him batting at number 4, some day we see him being sent up, below, Rashid Khan and other guys. So he's a player who just he's a man who is ready to sacrifice any position in the side and is ready to do the hard work. But sometimes I feel that his role is a bit underdefined, whether to slog the ball or to anchor around the innings. That sometimes I feel that he just gets stuck around with his mindset very much when it comes to bat. When it comes to bowl, I believe he's got so many options around him. You look around, you have got Mohammad Shami, you have got Mohit Sharma, you have got Noor Ahmed, you have got Little, you have got Alzari Joseph, who brings in extreme pace, and Rahul Tewatia to offer with the ball as well. So he doesn't really needs to bowl in the setup. Well, if he wants to bowl, and if this situation, if it's a ground like Ahmedabad where it offers more pace, then you can have a really well spell. Hardik Pandya can come around later, banging the ball in the hard line and then extracting some wickets. So it depends upon situation to situation, which type of ground, which venue is it playing. If I am Hardik Pandya, I won't push myself to bowl in those extra hours, because Hardik Pandya as a captain, he trusts his instincts so very well. He backs other players, and the way he is a batsman, I feel that in spite, even if he doesn't bowl, he deserves a place in his 11, such as his mindset, such as his intact. So it will be nice to see how he goes about his things. Only led the side 2 times. One time, lifted this trophy. Second time, or almost close to that trophy. It will be really interesting how he go about his thing this time, because it's all about restarting his own campaign.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. And now, if you see the performances of bowlers, do you think there is any bowler who can be released from this team just based on performance, not based on price tag?
Not to consider price tag, but I feel that it's all about the team composition. If you In this auction, I believe there will be many players with Gujarat Titans will be catching upon. I feel that Rachin Ravindra would be one player which they will definitely have their horses on. So considering that, I feel that Josh Little or maybe Nilkante. I generally feel that they might not. Nilkante might get released, and another player, Josh Little, might get released just to have a foreign option. They can get fast bowling all rounder who also offers with bat or just extreme pace. So there might be very options. Who come well in this mini auction. So it will be interesting to see.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Now let's do a quick recap of their playing 11 in the last season and see what are the goals or what are the gaps that they need to fill. And if you look at this playing 11, it's a very settled 11. They didn't try,
Exactly.
they didn't chop and change that much. It's a very settled 11, and with like just going with three overseas and having that fourth overseas player as an
Doesn't
impact sub.
doesn't seems at all appealing, but the way they have turned around the tables is a big surprise for all the other teams, because when they have an off day, there are guys like David Miller who is well experienced and he know how to handle the situation. He makes sure that he bats in the 15th over before going bang bang in the last 4 overs, and he knows that he has got batting after him to come. The way Rashid Khan and Rahul Tewatia can smack the ball. So these players know how well their team is composed. Each player knows which kind of innings they need to play on that given day and what's the score like. And they almost like chasing. Out of the all the games they played, I think they have won more while chasing than batting first. So this side is something which is very extraordinary and which we haven't seen much in IPL.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Now let's move on to the price a little bit and see which players can give them that strategic edge over other franchisees. And if you look at the overseas players on the screen, then there is Josh Little, definitely, that gives you 4.4 crore purse to explore a little bit. Then there is Matthew Wade. They got Matthew Wade, but they haven't utilized Matthew Wade that much. Then there is Kane Williamson, the batter, who also gives them 2 crore purse. And then there is Alzari Joseph. Do you think that these are the four guys that GT will release, or do you think at least three of them
Uh,
will get released?
I don't think they will release Kane Williamson, because if a guy like Kane, because they released Kane Williamson.
No, 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 not yet, not yet.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point. So if a guy like Kane, they played with three foreigners in this final, and they have that extra option to play another foreigner. So if a guy like Kane Williamson comes in and bat at number three, it gives a luxury to Hardik Pandya to just relax a bit and take that pressure away. Because Kane Williamson is a very calculative batsman. He knows when to attack, when to just hover around, and when to build an innings, and when to choke the opposition. And he is a great accelerator. He can just switch gears between overs. And when Hardik Pandya, the batsman, just comes in, he's a completely different aspect. So Kane Williamson is one aspect. If you get a 2 crores, it's a very cheap buy. But I still feel that might play with Matthew Wade, Josh Little, and I still feel that they will have Alzari Joseph with them, because there are specific venues where you require express pace, and Alzari Joseph is that one kind of player who can perform when he is completely in his zone. So you never know which play is going to click. But Josh Little and Matthew Wade definitely needs to go out. Even
Yeah,
I believe they didn't utilize Odin Smith as well. So, but he only offers 0.5. So maybe they can play a bet on him as well.
definitely, definitely. And you have given one name, that's Rachin Ravindra, whom Gujarat Titans might target in the overseas players. Do you can you give any other name in the overseas slots that will benefit Gujarat Titans' chances to qualify for playoffs again?
I that really depends upon the options which are available, because you don't, if the key aspect which Gujarat Titans needs to, have a pick on is someone who bats in the top order and can give them that fiery start. Because I have sometimes feel that it's very hard on Shubman Gill to perform every time in every given situation. Yes, so Ridhiman Saha takes a lot of work off him, to give that, crunch start and a flying start to his team most of the time. But I still feel that someday, if they fail to, capture on the big game, someone who can just push that momentum, run rate above the sky high, maybe someone who bats particularly in top four. I believe that is the player which Gujarat Titan needs to catch up on. Because every time, playing with a strike rate of about 130 to 140 won't help you. This is a big tournament. There are better teams and there are better analysts who go about every different teams in a very different way. So this is an IPL which just improves every day and every season.
Yeah, definitely, definitely a fiery opener. And I was doing a Delhi Capitals review, and the Delhi Capitals fan gave me a very interesting hypothetical trade option, and I would like to know your thoughts about it. And he was like, Prithvi Shaw hasn't been clicking for Delhi Capitals in the last couple of seasons, and he also got dropped in between the season, which is like very unlikely for a player like Prithvi Shaw. That kind of hampered his confidence. So, do you think that Delhi Capital needs an Indian wicket keeper, and Gujarat Titans, they need a proper attacking batter? Do you think a hypothetical trade between Prithvi Shaw to Gujarat Titans and Wriddhiman Saha to Delhi Capitals will help both the franchisees as well as players? What are your thoughts about this?
Well, sounds catching on the first appeal, but when you look at the future aspect, Ridhiman Saha is just matter of 1 to 2 years, and you don't know how well he can perform. But Prithvi Shaw had a horrible season. No points, no excuses whatsoever. But he is still that one guy who I won't think should be released, because he definitely has it within him. It's just about his technique is going all over the place. He is not able to capture what's going wrong and what's in right. But he's that same player who in 2019, 2018, 2020 delivered for this team. It's just about getting your things right. A bad phase, everyone has it. It's just about it's about all working, daily working with all which you have, the mental stress which you can, because at the end of the day, it's bat and ball game. You just need to see the ball and need to react in time. And the trade sounds really very well, but as for the situation, I don't. Even Rishabh Pant, who has almost recovered, I think that he will be fit for the time of IPL, and maybe they might Delhi needs to work a lot upon their squad and need to fix in roles, because we had got some big names in our side, Warner, Marsh, maybe we had Warner Marsh, and we had Tim Phil Salt as well, who was performing really very well. So it's now about how we use our resources, because we have got the resources, we still need to work upon, but it's just upon the clarity. So a lot of hard work for Delhi Capitals, but I still feel that if Gujarat Titans get that trade of Prithvi Shaw, then they will cash upon all eyes, because Prithvi Shaw is one player which Ashish Nehra knows if they work upon him really well, he's going to fly out with really high colors.
Yeah, and from Indian cricket team fans' perspective, the opening combination of Prithvi Shaw with Shubman Gill will be a treat to watch if that
Exactly.
happens. Now let's move on to Gujarat Titans bowling a little bit, and the Indian players, sorry. And if you look at the options, like they have got a really good squad, and even from a price perspective, you won't see that many options who can be released to get that kind of flexibility in budget as well as the number of positions. The only guy, or maybe a couple of guys for example, our Sai Kishore, they haven't utilized him that much. Probably if he goes to any other franchisees, he will get more chances as compared to Gujarat Titans, and
Even
that will
Shivam Mavi, I feel they haven't used him the best out of all.
yes, yes, 6 crores for Shivam Mavi
Exactly.
and 3 crores for R Sai Kishore. Apart from these two, do you think and there is any other player who can be released that will give them flexibility in budget as well as some Indian slots to fill?
I believe Nalkande and Sangwan are Pradeep Sangwan are those two players who won't give you budget, but definitely will give you those two extra Indian slots to fill in your places because there are a lot of Indian options which will come past in this auction, and if your scouts are very intact, then I believe the Gujarat Titans have got amazing spots, and those 3 to 4 Indian spots, to be very honest, will be very crucial for them.
Yeah, and can you give us a couple of names that you think will benefit Gujarat Titans in their endeavor?
Uh, you are asking me about my homework, which I haven't done right for Gujarat Titans. So, to be honest, I don't capture upon really intact Indian names. But if Rajasthan Royals has to release, which our rumors are heard that they might release Riyan Parag, who is performing really very well. So, Riyan Parag, the way he's batting in the ongoing domestic trophies, he's batting on a next level. If he kind of continues the same way which he's playing right now and the consistency which he gets, I believe Riyan Parag made Gujarat Titans.
Yeah, I think somehow I feel that RR will retain Riyan Parag but release
I
Dev.
also kind of feel the same, but maybe something which is going at the back end.
Yeah, yeah, because Devdutt Padikkal strategically gives them more purse compared to Riyan
Exactly.
Parag. Yeah. So now let's move on to the last segment of this particular episode. So here we will do a quick fire rapid round about some hypothetical trades that I have been discussing with other fans. And one of the interesting thing is like Punjab Kings when I did the first review. So they were interested in getting a sensible batter in the middle order who can also be the potential captain for them and take them to the finals. And they were interested in the prospect of Kane Williamson. So do you think that if Gujarat Titans have to offer Kane Williamson to Punjab Kings, what will you ask them in return in a hypothetical situation that will benefit both Gujarat Titans as well as Punjab Kings?
Uh, I would ask them for Shikhar Dhawan, but you can't really trade a foreigner to an Indian player. So Shikhar Dhawan could be one aspect who opens it with Shubman Gill is going to be work like wonders. But Punjab Kings, oh, they have got a strategically very good squad. But the only player which comes to my mind is Liam Livingston. Who could offer the same because Kane Williamson, the role which he offers can be replaced by Sai Kishore. Not Sai Kishore.
Sai
Who was
Sudarshan.
that? Yeah. So maybe if Liam Livingston could come into the picture, that could only sound well to me because a captain like Kane Williamson, it will do wonders for the Punjab side, but I don't think if it would work the same way around for Gujarat Titans.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. And then there is another hypothetical trade that is going on, which is like if they have to release Rahul Tewatia. So instead of releasing Rahul Tewatia, what if they get Krunal Pandya in return from Lucknow Super Giants? So a
No
trade
way.
Rahul Tewatia to Krunal Pandya.
No way, Rahul. You can compare Rahul to Watia with some Krunal Pandya. I believe yes, Krunal Pandya with all due respect to him, but I still don't feel that Krunal Pandya is that player who is well suited to bat. And when it comes to ball, he might find his day some rusty. He might have some off days. But Rahul Tewati is a game changer. He is a player. He is an X factor of his side. The whole
Yes.
Gujarat Titans just loves the way Rahul Tewatia and the way David Mills plays, and these lefties have got some firepower within them. So this is complete cross trade, complete cross trade.
Yeah, definitely. Now, the last question that Sunrisers Hyderabad, like they were kind of thinking that if they release Mayank Agrawal in a hypothetical situation, if they offer Mayank Agrawal to RR, then can they get one of the all-rounders that can be their 6 to 7 who can also provide something with the bat or something with the ball? So if Mayank Agrawal comes to GT, what is it? Which player do you think should go to Sunrisers? Is it Vijay Shankar or do you have any other player in mind?
if Mayank Agarwal comes in the side, it's going to be a big plus for GT. But the player will go giving return. Uh, Looking upon the list, Vijay Shankar comes to your mind, but maybe they can go with. Hmm, I genuinely don't find a replaceable option which can give you the quality which Mayank Agarwal gives, because Mayank Agarwal, the way he bats and the way he gives stability in the middle order is just irreplaceable, and quality Indian batsman. So I kind of feel lost of players to just trade a player like Mayank Agarwal to.
Yeah. And now the last question, that DC is very much in need of an Indian wicketkeeper batter. And Gujarat Titans, they have plenty of wicket-keeping batting options. And one of them is KS Bharat.
Yeah.
KS
We
Bharat,
already had him in
yes,
our squad.
yes. Do you think it will be a very tempting offer if DC offers KS or GT offers KS Bharat to Delhi and asks Lalit Yadav in return?
Yeah, Lalit Yadav. I am somewhat fed up of this idea of Lalit Yadav and Akshar Patel in the same 11. Yes, both offers the same side, but I feel it's kind of too early to play both of them in the side. So Lalit Yadav works for Gujarat Titans really well, but getting KS Bharat in return is also not what you want. Considering if there is no Rishabh Pant for this season as well, then you have to get an Indian wicketkeeper who can offer something with the bat as well. But I don't find KS Bharat to be that player who can suit for the DC. If KS Bharat has to go to any other franchise, maybe Sunrisers Hyderabad, then it might work. But KS Bharat is not that type of a player which DC should look at this moment.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. So one big Indian name that you think will boost DC, and this will be the last question for this episode.
One big player which will boost DC. Is it to pick up from the mini auction which is available?
No,
Or
it's from GT, like in a hypothetical
okay,
trade scenario.
okay. So from I would have want to have Shubman Gill at any cost, but that doesn't seem to be possible. But seeing their complexity of the side, let's see whom they have. Rashid Khan, Josh Little, Indian player. Okay, Hardik Pandya, Tiwatia, Shubman Gill, Shami, Sai Kishore, Vidhiman Saha, Jayant Yadav, Vijay Shankar. Maybe Mohit Sharma if we can trade him. Uh, by giving them one of Ishant Sharma who had a really bad season last time around, or maybe Akshar Patel as well. But I still don't feel that they kind of need to have an urge to release Akshar Patel. So the only player which I will have my eyes on is Mohit Sharma at this point.
Okay, okay. It was a really good episode talking to you. And
Same with the
if you like this episode, please subscribe to the channel and uh, drop your thoughts in the comments below, that which players will benefit Gujarat Titans chance in the third season, and will Hardik Pandya, the captain, take them to the playoffs once again. So thank you for watching.
yeah. See you.